Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Round 32 showcase. Today, Jay is not here because he's asleep. So I will be taking over for him, and let's just get started into Rice 1. So this is the just general OD10 accuracy Rice 1 map. I guess first off I should go over some general round changes that are going to be happening. Round of 32 is now a best of 9, which means the first player to get 5 points wins. And as such, the pool size has increased from 10 to 12 maps, adding 1 stream map and 1 hybrid map. And this map, Rice 1, is going to be very similar to last week's, or this week's, Rice 1 map, meaning very simple patterns and just your basic ACK map, really. Now there will be, this is one change from this week's map, there are now 1/4s in it. At least I saw one. Of course, I haven't seen the maps yet because I'm a player, but looks promising so far. Of course, as usual, another Bob. There's really not too much to say about this map, because it's just your ACK map. There is more LN usage than in Fjarlagurgengurg, so that's one thing to watch out for. Oh, it's also 192 BPM. I forgot to mention that. So it should still be pretty comfortable to single tap for the most part. Yeah, it is 3 minutes 27 seconds. Definitely a consistency map. Also, a small slowdown there, actually, like with BPM change and everything, for a small second, which may very well throw some people off. So apparently some 1/3 quads, but I don't think I've seen any of them yet. I mean, maybe I just missed them, but they're in there as well. So yeah, that is Rice 1. Let's move on to second Rice. This is going to be a flat minor, great name. And the only description I got for this map is doublets. That's the title I got. This map is 185 BPM. It's 3.15 stars, OD 9.5, 0 long notes, and 2 minutes 26 seconds. Again, the 185 BPM, very single tappable, but this one has a considerable amount of 1/4 in it. Especially doublets, which I guess makes sense now from the description I got. Very tricky patterns compared to Rice 2 from this week. Some patterns comparable to actually the stream map of this week. Of course, only without the streams. But this chorus has very repetitive patterns, so once you get it down, you're good to go. There's also some breaks in between the doublets. Sometimes to just give a bit more space. But it can also make the timing trickier. And of course, do I have to say it, another bop. And that is it for the Rice picks. Moving on to LN. So for LN1, we have Helix. Most people probably know the song. And this will be... This is... Hold on, give me a second. This is 175 BPM, 2.74 star rating, 48.5, so a little bit on the lower side. And just over 2 minutes. And yeah, this is just a very... It's almost hybrid. It's got almost the same amount of Rice as LN, but it's definitely more on the hybrid, on the LN side. Very short LNs in the chorus, in the Ki actually. So watch out for those. Man, whoever mapped this must have taken some inspiration from the Taiko 1/8 doublets in the Ki, making those LNs so short. Actually pretty tricky LN reading in this part. But now we return to some actual very simple 1/2 snaps. And transitioning to a 1/3 section actually. Right here. So you gotta make sure to adjust your timings, slow down a bit, get swingy. Ooh, and a purely LN 5-plet there, 1/4, and then more very short LNs in the final Ki. 1,000 combo despite only being just over 2 minutes. Those LNs really do add up. But that is LN1. Let's move on to LN2. We got Facade by Vinxis. This is the slow LN map, I think. It's what it's listed as. Wait a minute. That can't be right. I have it listed as 130 BPM, but this is not true. Let me double check on that. I did swap, but you told me to swap Hybrid 2 and LN1. Maybe you meant Hybrid 1 and LN2? Let me check the BPM on Facade and then try to match it to the notes. 198 BPM. Alright, let's see if I can find it. Oh, okay, yeah, Hybrid 2 is what you meant. Okay. Or LN. I don't know. But okay, I got the right stats now. It's 198 BPM. Star rating 2.47. Just under 3 minutes. 2 minutes 49. And an OD of only 7.5. Very low OD. But also very, very tiny gaps, as you can see. Quite single tappable though. I guess it's understandable since it's actually a pretty high BPM at 198 for one key at least. So 1/4 rhythms would be a bit tricky to pull off here. Especially since we're still only at round of 32. It's gonna get much harder. Okay, but I think that should now have finished up LN as we move on to stream. This is going to be Stream 1, Identity Part 4. This is the... where is it? The slow yet long streams. Okay, this is just under 2 minutes. 1 minute 54. Only 140 BPM, so very, very comfortable. Maybe even too slow for some people. But a pretty respectable OD of 9.5. And of course, the stream map, so it's gotta have one of the highest star ratings in the pool at 3.39. So as I said, low BPM, but very long 1/4 streams. Some small LNs mixed in, but not really the focal point of this map. The LN parts are mainly just a way of transitioning between stream sections. And I believe this is the last stream with a little bit of a surprise at the end. That's a nice 1-6. That's nice. Either way, moving on to stream 2. This is Dragon and Girl and Deco something. Decoration. Dodecahedron. This is the slightly faster map. 165 BPM. OD9, not a single long note, and star rating at 3.70. It is 1 second under 2 minutes. Dragon and Girl and Decoherence. Thank you. And this map is hard. This is almost definitely, I think it's the hardest map aside from Tiebreaker in this pool. And I mean, if you just look at the notes, I mean the patterns, it is very similar. It's like a beefed up version of Rise 2. Slower but much denser. And a nice 1/3 section to go along with it. Technically single tappable if you like single tapping 240. Other than it switches to 1/4 again. And it just keeps going. It doesn't let go. And then straight into more consistency patterns. Definitely a big step up from anything we've seen so far, really. Pattern-wise, probably on par with Beats and Pieces. And that will finish up stream. Let's see if I have the hybrid nodes in the right order. Oh, hell yeah, let's go. We got Battle Sirens by Knife Party and Tom Morello. Let's see, 174 BPM. Sounds right. Yeah, I didn't switch this one. Hopefully. This is 174 BPM, OD 9.5, starring 2.94, and 2 minutes, 2 seconds. This is the... This is, I think, the more rice heavy pick of the hybrids, with some more LN near the end. Alright, let's see, what's this build up gonna look like? What you got? Okay, okay. We got more very short long notes in the Ki, as well as some extremely tiny gaps on those holds. These ones, those are tight. Oh, okay. Very LN heavy section here. Oh, and that's a bait stream. That's the one. That's one of the notes. Slows down very hard. And this week we have 2 hybrids. We also had 2 streams, but I didn't really mention that. So onto the second hybrid now. But yeah, I can see a lot of people probably choking on that stream. Well, we got Obelisk, which is going to be the second hybrid map. Let's see. I know how much BPM this one is, so let's find it. Yeah, 130 BPM sounds about right. So this is 130 BPM, 2.85 star rating, OD8, and 2 minutes 25. This is the more LN heavy pick with small rise streams and some evil grace notes. This could very well be an LN pick, honestly. Here we witness some of the graces. You know, in Mania, you kind of have like, in 4-key, you usually have like a way of kind of manipulating grace notes, like you just hit it as a chord. Nah, you can't do that on 1-key. Gotta hit it legit. But overall, looks like a very fun map actually. A lot of very, flowing patterns. Just rise flowing into slightly longer LNs. But as well as some very short LNs mixed into the streams sometimes. Which might actually trip up some people if you can't read it as one continuous stream. And one last one at the end. At least that one wasn't a complete grace note. It was an LN to make it a little easier. And that will finish up hybrid. So now moving on to our single map categories such as speed. This is gonna be, hold up, I to Bonu to Rene something. This is, wait, isn't this was like 270? Yeah, this was 274 BPM. Very cool, very nice. Ah, yes. 274 BPM, 3.72 star rating, OD8, only 27 long notes, as opposed to the 800 rice notes. 2 minutes 19, very fast, but mostly 1/2. Some 1/3 mixed in. I'm pretty sure 1/4 streams would be a bit too hard. But you get some similar patterns to Beyond the 7. Oh, look at those. And there you had some of the 27 long notes in this map. Spread evenly. if you want, you could look at this like 87 BPM text streams. No, not 87. Hold up, I'm stupid. Double that. Or no, 1.5 that. 137 BPM text streams. There we go, that sounds much more right. So yeah, it feels a lot less like 274 BPM if you look at it that way. It's not too hard, but it's probably gonna be banned again, just like Beyond the 7. Which is quite a shame, because I like Beyond the 7. Oh, that's the last note. Don't sleep on it. And that will already finish up speed. Only one map still on there. Moving on, we got tech. Tech number 1. We got Yellow by Culprit. This map is 96 BPM, but more like 192. And star rating 2.75, OD8, 2 minutes 20. You can already see the tech coming in. And this actually... Oh, were those 1/3? Okay. We got an Atlas moment. Yeah, that's an Atlas moment if I've ever seen one. This is like Facade if it had more snappings than 1/2. Jay could unfortunately not be with us today, for he is apparently asleep. Okay, those are some short long notes. Yo, okay, some tight gaps as well. Very tight, actually. At 198 BPM, that's tough. And just generally sort of uncomfortable tag patterns. Not too bad, but it's a lot mixed together. This section is a bit calmer. Maybe the song isn't, but the map is. And here we go. Getting into some of the more erratic patterning. Even some of these just basic single taps can be tricky because they're not just consistent. But that finishes up tech quite nicely. And we only have one map left before tiebreaker, and that is SV. And don't worry, it's a good one this time. We got Streak. This one mapped by Urk. This is 150 BPM, 3.13 star rating, which is kinda high for SV, to be honest. OD9, still only 1 minute 19, but hey, it's a step up. And I mean, for Alhen, for SV, there's not too much I can say other than just experience it. Take it in, Mostly 1/2 and 1/4 snaps at the start here. But it does say here that, yeah, we got some 1/3 fades in there. Okay. Right. Very rice heavy section here. Oh, those are some cool SVs on those islands. And that's already it. Still pretty short, but definitely a big step up in quality from last week. Or this week. And that only leaves us with the big boy, the big map, tiebreaker. The only map that Jaye didn't FC. Oh, look at that. Fatalism. This map is 4 minutes, 24 seconds. It is 154 BPM, which is fairly slow. 3.48 star rating, however, I do believe this is heavily underrated. And OD9. Alright, starting off with some simple stream patterns mixed with LNs. Oh, and some 1/6 bursts, which the big man himself breaks on. And some tight gaps again. Oh, and a schlong stream. Short long notes. Definitely harder than 3.48 stars in my opinion. Of course, you can always look at Tiebreaker as a very beefed up hybrid map. We do got a little bit of a rice section here, but that seems to be over now. This is just pure hybrid ability. Now we have a calm part here to ease your nerves. Well, as much as you can ease your nerves in a tiebreaker. And some 1/8 long note gaps. Tricky to release, as well as bursts now coming in. And coming into the main chorus now. Okay, that's a lot of very short long notes coming in. Rhythm's not too dense yet, but tricky. Alright, this is another burst section. capping the song and map off with a barrage of everything. Bursts, tight releases, very short, long notes, hybrid patterning, as well as tricky rice patterns. Everything you need to finish a tense match between two very good competitors. That will be it for the round of 32 showcase for Jaye's One Key event. I hope you enjoyed this pool. You can always yell again in the designated channel or on Discord. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you have fun practicing this pool.